And for once, having a day off of school is actually kind of a bad thing for us, because it means there's nobody that we can see.
Yeah, it's me.
Oh, hey. 20th. Okay, that's good. Basically, that means that you can start making up on time for Nanako's social link if you haven't maxed it at this point. It also means that Teddy will be leaving the house soon. And the home shopping channel is on again. It's Book of the Void! May your days be utterly stress-free! Oh my goodness, I can't believe its wonderfulness! I'll add giant candy ×2 to your Book of the Void, all for the low price of only 21,800 yen. We've got another fantastic product on sale today, the chain ×2. Say adios to exhaustion. Except not really, because it doesn't actually cure that status, it just heals your HP. On top of this, I'll add Cyclone Magatama ×2 to your B chain for only 12,800 yen. Yeah, I had to do it again one of these days. So, Book of the Void is insanely good, and I would highly recommend that. Yeah, if you've seen my Persona 3 playthrough, you'll know what that is, but, in Persona 4, I think you can only get it via random chests, and from here. Because it was the hard item from Abaddon back in P3. I guess I'll talk more about what it does once it actually arrives. I guess we can buy some crack wheat. Since we're running a little bit low on, the housewife with the mother-in-law isn't here. We're running a little bit low on chess keys. So because there isn't really much to do today around town, unless there's a friend hanging out by the gas, Chie. Her bike skills are not that great. Okay, so in that case, we're going to Okina, and we're going to get a start on the trophy for seeing, I think it's 3 movies? So what movie is being shown today? Obatar. Okay, then that sounds like a movie from, Persona Q2, actually. So, I think I talked about this before, but since we're actually seeing a movie, so taking someone into the movies will give them an automatic level up, and they will also gain bonus stats, and I believe they also get social link points if they like the movie, but these movies in the later months are neutral towards everyone, I believe. Rise only gets a level up, so sadly at this point, inviting our girlfriend to the movies is actually gonna do nothing for us. Yosuke, Naoto, and Teddy have the lowest level of everyone here, but let's go and see a movie with Yosuke. We're mostly doing this for a trophy, like I said. But bonus stats are always nice, though Yosuke needs raw stats the least out of the party.
Sorry to keep you waiting. Well, let's go.
That's kind of a disturbing noise. Yeah, this was made back in, well, Golden has the movies, and it was like 2012, and wow, CGI has come so much. It always amazes me just how very quickly technology's advanced. Like, it's hard to believe that the NES was only like 30 or so, like 35-ish years ago or something. Like, it's kind of amazing.
Let's do this again.
If you take all of your party members to every available movie, you can get quite a lot of bonus stats on them.
Welcome home!
Well, Teddy will actually be leaving soon, but I think today all we're doing is just making more models. So I can go ahead and pick up the next one. Or see if the lady in white is at the shrine again. Is she? Okay, she is. I might as well use this opportunity to grab the Mondo Stone, which requires a Guardian. And she will disappear if we leave the shrine, so if you want to exchange any other stones, you may as well do it now. I gave her almost everything I had because we're going to be doing a lot of sea fishing in February, so we'll definitely have a lot more access to those. And let's go and get a new model. An amphibious mech makes me... It's not technically a mech, but it reminds me of Thunderbird 4, one of the least used Thunderbirds in that show. Because if they wanted to use it, they pretty much had to set an entire episode underwater. Though I don't know if that or Thunderbird 3 were the least used. I really wish I could get this, but I need the Mondo Stone for something else. Yeah, these are the experience boosting weapons. You need a lot of Magatsu Xanderite and 1 Mondo Stone, so they're a big investment, and unfortunately we need to get the Animal Paw and give it away for a quest. I guess I can display the Turbo Recon now. Yep, that's what it looks like. Looks nothing like the one from Digital Devil Saga. Let's make more models. Yeah, Chie's coat looks pretty cool too. I really like the winter outfits. But maybe it's just because I overall prefer cold weather over hot weather. Well, yeah, great idea, as long as you, Is that a typo? Shouldn't it be Trooper with 2 O's? Huh. And so, more people approaching us at lunchtime. I have a feeling about who might approach us today.
What's up?
I thought it would be Chie, actually. Oh, and it was Chie.
Yo!
And somebody who won't get a super ultimate mega persona out of it. Again, I do have a plan as to when to see Ayane for rank 10 of hers. Basically, if there's a day where we would otherwise go to the movies on a weekday, I might sacrifice it to do Ayane's rank 10 instead. Because we have plenty of time for movies in February when we have a lot of free time. So, Kashiwagi has a quest for us today. You want to make sure that you do these at the earliest possible opportunity. Kashiwagi has a lot of quests available this term, and you can't do the later ones without doing the early ones first. Oh no, one-on-one lessons with Kashiwagi. Normally, you should run away very far, but we get a reward out of this, so let's accept it. Oh no. Yes. Oh, this one I actually know because of Pokemon. It's deoxyribonucleic acid. That's actually where Deoxys' name comes from. Didn't even need to look up a guide for that one. Okay. Well, this I have no idea. But it is actually a rabbit. I can kind of picture that. Coronet armor. We should be very, very thankful this isn't her style, let's just say. Because it's something that we really, really should not be picturing her in. And, even better, we now have the female Gekkokan uniform! I know, I am a giant Persona 3 fanboy, so this makes me happy. No. No, run away now. So yeah, the coronet armor is armor for, I believe, Naoto. Yes. I feel like that first sentence is probably a gigantic lie. But we'll be showing that when we next go into the TV, which is actually pretty soon. We have a few options for party members to spend today with, but I think I'll just stick with what the guide goes with. So, Yukiko this time.
Hey. Thank you. I'm sorry to ask you here so suddenly. It feels a bit awkward going home today. Well, it's actually Customers' Day for me today. That's a day when the inn's employees take turns being customers. We've done it every now and then for a while, but I decided to participate this time too. I wanted to see from a customer's point of view if our inn is truly satisfying. So I asked them to sign me up.
Undercover manager, I guess.
You think so? I was embarrassed. I played customer once before too, but it made me a little uncomfortable. It was strange having Mother and everyone say things like, "Welcome" to me. That's why I wanted to stay out of it a little longer. But I brought this on myself.
Well, one more to the count. I didn't think the count would go up anymore.
I told everyone at the inn that I hadn't planned to take over as manager, that I wanted to leave Inaba. I thought it would be me finally coming clean to everyone. But they all just laughed and said they knew already.
This is just another aspect of Yukiko's whole subplot that I love. All that stuff she worried about with her shadow, her fear of saying that she didn't want to be tied down by the inn and how everyone would react. Turns out they're all like, yeah, we kind of already knew you felt that way anyway.
It made me realize how small I was. I was surrounded by good people, but I didn't understand that at all. I had myself convinced I had to bear my problems alone. I lied to myself, and looked away from small opportunities, and only put my efforts into leaving it all behind. But after making so many good friends like you and Chie, I realized something. If I'm going to take one step at a time away from here, every step I use to run will take me somewhere I don't want to be. And if I keep averting my eyes, one day I might find myself blind to everything. When I open my eyes, I see how vast the world is. If I was alone, I think it would be incredibly scary. But fortunately, I'm surrounded by kind, supportive people. Now I hope I can grow into someone that can support them in turn.
With Yukiko's third awakening, she gets Burning Petals. This is one of the most famous of the third tier skills in this game. This is severe fire damage to all foes, the equivalent of a multi-target Ragnarok. It still suffers from the fact that severe tier spells were nerfed compared to Persona 3. It only has a little bit more power than Mirakidyne. Mirakidyne is 320, this is 400. It is relatively cheap though for its power, it's only around 30-ish SP. It's actually cheaper than Ragnarok, despite it being multi-target. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of Miracidine for this, although a lot of people like to joke how this skill is technically the equivalent of Mara's signature move from Persona 3. So, Yukiko's Persona, Sume or Okami. This might actually be a translation mistake. In Japanese, it's Sume or Mikami, and that's actually what it's supposed to be. It's an epithet for Amaterasu, the sun goddess. It means Imperial Great Goddess, which references the fact that the emperors of Japan claim to be descended from her.
My persona? I see. So I can still change. As long as all of you are with me, I think I can go on without making mistakes. So, I hope we'll always be friends.
Welcome home!
Well, yeah, he kind of is, but from another world. That's his answer to everything, isn't it? Okay, we are actually cooking. I was wondering what we're doing tonight, and then I realized, yeah, of course we're cooking. So, yeah, cooking. Today, we are making pasta. And once more, Teddy will be helping us cook. Mentaiko pasta is a specific Japanese variety of pasta that uses a certain type of fish roe, I think. It's typically spicy, but I've heard that it works well with cream sauces as well. So, what's he going to offer this time? Mayonnaise, ice cream, or ketchup? Yeah, both of these don't really sound all that great, but yeah, the correct answer is A for this one. Creamy mentaiko pasta. And so now we're gonna really... In fact, you know what? This time we can invite Rise. No other social links to work on, so let's do this. I'll probably invite Kanji at some point, because, you know, favoritism. Okay, so I guess you always eat at the gym in this term because it's cold outside?
This is so good.
It would be a bit awkward eating on the roof. And today, we have to do something that everyone dreads. We have to see Miss Kashiwagi. Because remember what I was saying earlier about those, quests? Yeah, the first of those, well, actually, we've already done a Kashiwagi quest. The second of these is right now, and this one's going to be a little bit more involved. If you have 8 bloody hides from heaven at this point, you can finish this now, but I don't think I only got like 4, I think. They're not really that hard to get, but it's not strictly necessary that you grind them during Adachi's dungeon. So yeah, cute slippers. Weirdly, the only way to get these is via trading an item from Daidara to the Artisan's Apprentice. I can imagine something like snow pitfalls. Oh yeah, I talked about it being awkward on the roof, but yeah, obviously Chie is still here, otherwise it would be a bit weird to make a new location for her just for this month. Yeah, we're gonna be seeing her today. More training, and, well, I guess this is adverse weather, so...
Yeah.
Might help her stamina. I like the way she always gets into that pose here when we're training. Can hardly believe this is the same place we were with her for most of her social link, but yeah, it is, it's snowing now.
Haha! My moves are as sharp as always! I guess this is more my thing after all. Oh, my shoulders were stiff because I've been doing stuff lately that I'm not used to.
Okay then.
Actually, I was... Oh, you promise you won't laugh? I was studying and stuff. I started to think studying's kind of fun. Just a little bit. Thinking about Adachi-san made me wonder if he was just weird. But then I thought, if my life had been different, I could have been just like him. Maybe everybody could.
Yeah, this is something that is really interesting to bring up.
I realized that no matter how trivial something seems, it's related to my life, and that scared me. That's why during history class it hit me suddenly that the history we were studying was all connected to me. The people back then, the things they did, their culture, it's all connected, and it's tied to me too. It's not just something that happened a long time ago in a faraway country. Real people laughed, cried, and died there. Math and physics too. They may not make any sense to me, but they're things I can use to help me understand the world. And when I thought about them that way, I got the urge to study harder. But it still didn't make any sense to me. So I'd give up, and then I'd come back to it again. It's an endless cycle. I'm good for nothing after all, huh? Sure! I know I'll understand better with you explaining to me.
Max knowledge.
My way of thinking has changed a lot over this past year. But I think what changed the most is that I like this town now. I didn't hate it before, but it didn't really mean anything to me. Now, though, I realize that everyone is here. Yukiko, Yosuke, even you. All my friends and family. It was the people I believed in that gave me the strength to see the case through. So even if some other weird thing shows up again, I'll be okay as long as everyone's with me. If I believe in them and myself, I can always find a path. That's what I think.
So, Chie's evolved skill is very, very special. This is a full party heat riser. Sounds great, right? Well, there's a slight catch. It costs 150 SP, and Chie has among the worst SP stats of the entire party. Even at level 99, Chie just barely doesn't have enough SP to cast this twice. But, remember when I said the chakra ring had an interesting use on her earlier? If you give this to her, it'll cost 75 SP instead. Still not great, but it's a lot better than 150. Whether that's worth not giving the chakra ring to someone like Naoto or Yukiko though, that's debatable. Overall, this skill is basically awesome but impractical. But there are some setups where it can work decently, for example in shorter fights. In terms of mythology, Haraedo no Okami is a particular category of deities. Harae means purification. They're gods that, like many others, were born when Izanagi purified himself of the filth of the underworld. The Haraedo no Okami include Seoritsu Hime, Haya Akitsu Hime, Ibuki Donushi, and Hayasasura Hime. All of them are often considered interchangeable when it comes to worship, and they're collectively known as the Haraedo no Okami. These deities are worshipped at the Sakunado Shrine in the Otsu region of Japan. So, here is the thing, I actually need to get rid of something here, and that's kind of unfortunate, because I want to show this, but I like most of these skills. Okay, I think for now, I'm gonna get rid of Revolution.
Is this power mine? I wonder if this'll help me do more to protect the ones I love. No matter how far away you go, we all want to protect you. We all love you after all.
That's actually really nice. It reminds me a bit of, you won't have seen this yet, I'll be showing this in bonus footage eventually, but Risei's platonic route, where they actually say I love you, but in a very platonic way. It's pretty nice.
Welcome back!
Kind of annoyed that Teddy's welcome home big bro isn't voiced, but have we finished the model that we had yet? Evidently not, because we have the option to work on it here. Let's finish off this blue model. So overall, the party members' final awakenings are they're just kind of a nice, cap off to all of their development over the course of the year, and it also is really interesting showing that they can all change. They all have a new self now. They've gone through 3 personas in the span of 1 year, which is a major showing of their development. Speaking of things we've done over the course of the year. Oh, not voice. I'm used to Margaret's calls being voiced. Okay, so I would say Marie dumped us, but we're not romancing her in this universe. So yeah, kind of another tease. We're not going to get many updates on the Marie situation for quite some time, just to warn you. We've still got a lot of time to prepare. But yeah, he'll be back home, and Nanako will hopefully be home too. I don't think anyone at school is saying anything new here. And so what we're going to be doing today is, we're going to be heading into the TV world. And I think I've done everything I want to in the way of preparations, so I will see you once we're inside the TV world, because this time we're going to be cleaning up some quest items and also facing off against a very powerful foe.